here is a crazy, large, magnificent number, all right? Spotify has says that it has removed 75 million songs in the past year. Songs that they call spammy or AI integrated. Isn't that interesting? Right? So, of course, I have the source for you guys from newsroom.spotify. So, from spotify.com, of course, I'll provide all of the information for you. If you're a creator, musician, or content maker, this isn't just a tech story. All right? It could change how your music gets heard, how royalties flow, and how AI fits into the creator economy. This is information, guys. So either you use it or you lose it. All right. Today we're breaking down what Spotify's move means, why it matters for you, and how to prepare. All right, because this is an ongoing thing for Spotify right now. So we're in a rough patch with Spotify. Okay, so let's get clear on what happened. Let me back it up a second. So we're currently in the top of November. Back in September 2025, Spotify published a policy update stating that in the last 12 months, they removed more than 75 million tracks. Why? For spam, impersonation, ultra short tracks, metadata tricks, and other AI-enabled abuses, right? So, and this is actually on a source I never had to use before, LA Times, right? So you already know you're gonna get it in the description below, right? So let's talk about that for a second. Impersonation, ultra short tracks, metadata tricks, AI enabled abuses. The only thing that I can think of is that Spotify must have been sued more than a few times, right? So this is the only way they could probably see how to get ahead of it. Now, I don't know for sure. This is just my thoughts on it, right? So they said these kind of uploads these kind of uploads are threatening real artists because one, they flood the platform. Two, they leak royalties. And three, they degrade trust in the ecosystem, right? Then they announced new rules like stronger impersonation protections, spam filters, and voluntary AI disclosure for tracks. Now, what I can say is that YouTube normally so top, so top on their game that's what this sounds like. That's what this sounds like Spotify's moving towards, right? So the platform you release on today is actively changing what counts as legit. All right. So if you're making music, releasing tracks, building your brand, here's why this matters deeply, and here's why you should look more into it. So you got number one, royalties redistribution, right? If millions of spam tracks siphon off plays and royalty pools, less gets to real artists, right? Then you have number two, algorithmic visibility, right? That means Spotify's recommendation system might deprioritize tracks that are flagged as spam or suspicious. Your reach could drop. And I believe this is partly of why tracks end up being removed as well, right? So then you have three, AI disclosure pressure, right? If you use AI tools in your workflow, like beats, vocals, mastering, you could soon need to disclose that. So platforms may treat AI usage differently, right? Then you have number 4, last but not least at all, brand integrity and fan trust. Fans increasingly care about authenticity. I'm saying that like way too fast. Authenticity, right? And transparency. Being attached to AI integrated stuff could affect personation. Personation? Come on. Could affect perception, okay? In short, the playing field is shifting, as we know, and creators need to adapt, right? So that goes back to some past videos that I've done where we talk about why AI artists, or where AI artists are gonna lose us. That was about to tear me up right there. That's why that's what this talks about. Okay, so as we dig more deep into it, let's talk about what Spotify flagged as spam or abuse. One, you got ultra short tracks that are 30 seconds or less. Now that's crazy. That makes all the sense in the world to me. Created purely to rack up plays. Okay? Then you have impersonation vocals, deepfakes, where an artist's voice is cloned without permission. Now, I 100% agree with this, right? Because that just goes into laziness, cheapening the grind, like I think Kalani say, right? Then you got duplicate uploads, keyword stuffing in titles and metadata, and bizarre mass upload strategies. Now, this is also found on Pitchfork. All right, so that's what Pitchfork is talking a lot about in their write-up. So of course you're gonna get that information sent to you. So even if the track sounds fire, if the metadata or upload model looks weird, that's crazy. It might trigger removal or demotion. That means you need to release smart, not fast. When it say if the metadata or upload model looks weird, so in my eyes, the first thing I think about is that it's also going to depend on your cover. Your cover has a lot to do with it as well. Because I mean, even with Apple Music upload, they're very strict about the cover that you choose to use, and that's what Spotify is saying they're about to be strict about as well, right? So now where it gets nuanced, AI is not entirely the enemy, right? It's a tool, not a replacement. Spotify said they're not punishing artists who use AI responsibly. So that means there's a fine line. You just can't abuse it. And that's the word that they use constantly is how AI is being abused for plays and stuff, right? But there's a line, right? AI used to clone voices, flood platforms, generate noise. That's where the platform draws the line. As they should. I actually commend them 100% for going through this process and putting policies in place. For you as a creator, AI can be a tool. We stress that here on this channel. AI can definitely be a tool. Beat generation, vocal editing, sample suggestions. But if you use it, you should be transparent and stay authentic. So transparency, right? That's what Timbaland talks about. Before it goes fully into a song, there should be a tag where we know that this is about to be an AI song being played, right? Then when you talk about authentic, it gotta be real. It gotta make sense, right? Because fans and platforms are both watching. If you hide AI usage, risk of demotion or backlash increases, right? And we don't want that. So the question becomes, how do you use AI on your terms and not let AI use you. Make the money, don't let it make you, right? So let's go into three concrete actions you should take, right, to avoid that. Number one, audit your workflow. Do you use AI? Do you use AI? Is it a secret or part? Is it a secret or is it part of your creative story? Write that down, right? And be honest with yourself about it. Number two, check your metadata and upload strategy. It's nothing wrong with continuing to check it once a week, every month, every couple of weeks, whatever. Check that stuff. No shortcuts. Even if you take a shortcut, you're gonna end up back where you need to make sure you create a strategy, right? No shortcuts. Make sure your track, descriptions, credits, and distribution model are clean. Okay? Number three, build your brand around authenticity, right? So find something that people can connect with to talk about. Even if you use AI, maintain a narrative, right? Your voice, your story, your performance matter. All of it. So the bonus is if you collaborate with AI, consider disclosing it in your credits. Now, this is also a great idea. It's almost, in my opinion, better than putting it as a tag in the track. So platforms might reward transparency. We just have to continue to be transparent to just see the feedback that we get. Because we still have to keep in mind that this is still a very new thing, right? The future isn't AI versus human. Okay? It's human plus AI in harmony. How can we get these two things to sync and work together and not against each other, right? The difference will be in how you operate today. That's the difference. It's all in how you use it and not abuse it. Okay? So as we come to a close, when you zoom out and you look more into this feels like a pivot, right? This feels like a pivot point for the creator community. Platforms like Spotify are saying, we won't let tech abuse, devalue human artistry. But they're also saying AI has a place if used well. If you're a creator who steps into this moment with awareness, you'll benefit. Less noise, less competition from spam, more reward for quality. Okay? Y'all may hear an alarm in the back. My kids need to wake up and turn it off. So embrace AI tools. Embrace them. But guard your story. Okay? Your story is your story. You're the only one that can tell it better than the person who know you. All right? Use platforms strategically. Don't let the system use you. Okay? Now, are you already using AI in your music? That's a question I want to know an answer to. And in order for me to know the answer to that, you're gonna have to drop a comment below. How do you feel about these crackdowns? I want to hear more from you. All right. So make sure you like so more people can see it. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of the other things that we have to come, and hit those notification bells so you can see when they drop. All right. So see you guys at the next one.